Hello everyone, Railgan here once again with a ZvZ analysis. Yeah, well, ZvZ is a little bit special. I'm not gonna go too much in depth on the openers, they'll mostly be the same. Rather, I'm speeding through the start of the game to show you some of the late game that's gonna happen, which will be a fight between lurkers, ultras, which will eventually end in the Brood Lord Viper battle. Anyways, it's going a little bit fast, I know, but bear with me here for a second. There's not that much going on. You can see I have a slight lead in the early game. He will go for a Mutalisk play, while I will go for a Roach play. I already built my Roach one before my lair to defend against it, because I opened for with Link speeding to stop taking gas and skipping the Baneling nest, while he went for a mass circling style with Banelings. I think he will actually do a lot of damage here to me because I will cancel the evolution chamber, but that won't really matter. As you can see, he's going for a quick spire, taking 4 gas, actually not mining out of that gas, doing a lot of damage in my base because I messed up a little bit. Already have a slight supply lead. Of course he hasn't built his Mutalisks yet, but the game is going pretty decent so far for me. And of course throwing in some banter there. As he has no third yet, so something felt a little bit weird about this game, but that won't really matter. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. His I will try to walk across the map with roaches, he will fight them back and do some damage with his Mutalisks. It's not really the most exciting part of this game. Well, the game could have very well ended here, but you'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm going across the map, doing some damage with my roaches, already research burrow, getting the +1/+1, already have the attack upgrade, just doing damage wherever I can to his economy. And actually I managed to kill some units, even burrowing the roaches, so I can do more damage. But all that's happening right here will basically be pointless in the late game when it comes to the actual battles. Right now I'm going for Hydralisks with the Hydralisk range upgrade, do some damage against his mutas, of course. Being the bad players we are. Actually I'm not sure what league he is. we lose some units here and there, but it's mostly just a straight up game so far. I'm gonna speed up this exchange here a little bit. There's not that much happening, to be honest. He's getting Infestation Pit, double evolution chambers for melee and armor upgrades, and doing more and more damage to my base. Managed to kill my extractors. Just usual stuff that Mutalisk players do. Now, actually the Roach Hydra exchange might be a little bit interesting. What happens here is the normal, is what happens usually in the Roach Hydra versus Link Baneling battle. His Mutalisks do a lot of damage to my roaches get my Hydralisks all die. My roaches do damage to his economy and his Mutalisks kill all my roaches that are left, while all my Hydralisks die against the Banelings. So I figured this won't really get me anywhere, so now I'm transitioning into lurkers. He will try to do damage with his 0/0 circlings that he didn't upgrade yet, while I will try to move into lurkers, and he's getting the hive to go to ultras. Of course, he had to build a lot of drones so far. Also lost quite a bunch, 33 workers killed. Trying to kill whatever I can. I need to have a lot of roaches to deal with his Banelings right now, but in the future I won't need them. Managed to, oh my god, this fight was so horrible. Yeah, I made a lot of misplays. Actually, I was 100% certain that I was dead right here. Let's actually see what happens. I managed to burrow the queen to save it. I didn't burrow the drones for some reason. Well, now I did. Getting out more and more Hydralisks. Now he's trying to kill the Spore, which was the mistake, I think. If he would have just tried to kill the Hydralisks, it would have gone a lot better. Now he's losing a lot of Mutalisks against the Hydralisks, and I can clean up whatever is left down here right now. So all in all, I was really lucky right here to even survive this far, but I'm more interested into showing you what will happen later on in the game. Right now he's getting the Ultralisk Cavern, building up the Infestation Pit, the +2/+2 upgrades, and I'm still trying to hang on with my few Hydralisks and Roaches. Just now I'm starting to morph the first Lurkers as he's building Ultralisks. Need to protect them against the Mutalisks, of course. He could have done damage here. Opted not to. No, not that interesting, is it? Just building up a Ling, building Ultra Composition, getting the Ultralisk armor. Slightly overdroned here. Should have taken a 4th, but now I'm not sure why he didn't take a 4th. He's just now taking it. But the late game in this game will be really interesting to watch, because I'm now building Lurkers which do incredibly well against the Lings, and here come the Ultras, but even the Ultras die incredibly fast against the Lurker Roach Hydra composition. He messed up so bad there. If he would have attacked with everything at once, he might have been able to break through, but like that, no chance. Now I'm building spores everywhere to protect my Lurkers, and building Roach Hydra to fight, building Hydralisks to fight against the Mutas, and Roaches to keep the Hydralisks alive. I won't build any more Roaches, I believe, and I'll rather focus completely on Lurkers and Hydralisks. Well, here he comes again, trying to fight, but I will snipe the Overseers with my Hydralisks, and once the Overseers are dead, he can no longer fight against the Lurkers and will end up losing the battle. In this battle that wasn't crucial, but it will be crucial in the later battles. Without Overseers he cannot fight the Lurker army. And well, because of his misplay, I'm actually ahead in bases currently, or rather on even bases. Took a different base to him though. Gonna speed it up a little bit. Right now it's just macroing once again. Well, he's droning up, or rather he droned up his 4th with the drones from his main and natural. Didn't take gas yet, slight misplay, but whatever. He's going for mostly Lings and Ultras right now, actually purely Lings and Ultras. And he's trying to do damage, but the Lings and Ultras die so fast against the Lurkers that, well, he won't get far. The Ultras of course will live a bit, but even they will die eventually. He's also not getting the +3/+3. Obviously he has no gas, but still, a little bit sad. I noticed that he's attacking the destructible rocks there. So now I'm moving my Lurkers in place, and here you see what happens. So right now all his Lings evaporated basically. The Overseers died against the Lurkers. Now I have only Hydralisks left, and of course the Lurkers. I burrow the Hydralisks, and his Ultras can't kill the Lurkers, so I keep all the costly units alive. Yeah, the Lurkers do quite a bit of damage against him, if they actually manage to hit them. Sadly they hit like all till they almost died, but didn't manage to kill any. So I'm gonna speed it up a bit again. The game is a little bit longer, so yeah, try to speed it up to make it short and concise, or rather as short and concise as I can. Roaches going across the map to do damage wherever they can. Oh yeah, he managed to hit one there, but didn't kill it. He's now building Infestors and Queens, also interesting. He did some damage here, but the Lurkers cleaned it up really fast. Burrowing the Lurkers in all the key positions to keep myself safe. Always spores around them to kill the Overseers that might fly in. Here he comes again, trying to attack me, but the Lurker Hydralisk composition does such a good job against his Ultras that I barely lose anything and he loses a lot. The resource loss tab would have been about even before that exchange, and now it's a lot, and it's going heavily in my favor. And of course my roaches managed to do some damage in his space in the meantime. Now he did take one more expansion than I did. Actually he's taking both the, what do you say, the pocket corner expansions? I'm not sure how to call them. But I'm rather safe right now. Right now all I'm trying to do is survive. Here he comes again. But the lurkers deal so much damage to him that he cannot engage properly into me. His ultras have quite a few kills, but he cannot get anywhere right now. Now I'm getting my own hive right now, and a spire at my third, I think, no, at my fourth actually. Ah yeah, right, of course. He then tries to attack me at a different base, but even that base won't go down because he still have lurkers to defend, and his ultras can't do enough damage to keep himself alive against the lurkers. So now my lurkers traded so efficiently that I'm actually ahead in the game, even on fewer bases, even though, well, he doesn't mine on out of his new bases yet anyways. I'm now spreading some creep, place some overlords in key positions. If you look at my vision, oh yeah, it's doing some damage, but I managed to defend it appropriately. I have overlords everywhere, so I can immediately see when he tries to move in to attack me, so I can move my hydralisks in position. I'm not sure if hydralisks are the best unit to have together with the lurkers, but I didn't think that far yet. That was that's my first game to really go in this long in ZvZ, in like what, 100 games of ZvZ in Legacy of the Void. Like usually the games end a lot sooner because both go lurkers and one contains the other, and then one tries to break the contain and it either works or it doesn't. Anyways, here you see how I managed to deal with his pocket bases. I could have done this earlier, but I did it, well, I guess rather late. I'm just moving in lurkers to deal with them. I think I will move one down here as well. And he needs observers and ultralisks to actually clean the lurkers. Down here as well. One shot and the drones are already almost dead. 24 damage, 2 shots and the drone dies. There's not that much going on once again. He's now building broodlords, which seems obvious. I built vipers. I wasn't expecting him to go for broodlords, but I just thought, well, he will have to do something to keep up with my hydralisk army, and especially the lurkers, so he will probably build some air units sooner or later, so I just built them. And here you see the lurker Harris with the nice flop, flop, flop. Ah, it looks so. Enjoy. It's such a moment of joy when a lurker is in a mineral line and kills the enemy's economy. He will of course clean it up with his ultralisks. Boom, boom, boom. Eventually, once the overseer arrives, I should have known that he went for broodlords here, but I somehow didn't pay attention. I just saw queens and spine crawlers. Now I figured, well, he probably has broodlords, but I still wasn't sure. So I'm moving into position to kill his bases now, and this is also where I believe the final fight will happen here, because I built my own broodlords, a couple of queens, have lurkers everywhere still in position. So much that supply that I actually don't use, just to keep myself safe. I might have overdone it a little bit with the lurkers. How many do I have? 21 lurkers. Anyways, as you can tell, you can now abduct broodlords in Legacy of the Void. I think you can also do it in the latest Heart of the Swarm patch, and my hydralisks are just killing everything he has. And he can't really do anything against my unit composition. So I managed to fend off his Ultralisk harass with my Lurkers, survived the early game of Mutalisk harass with my Hydralisk, or rather the mid-game harass, and transitioned into a super late game Hydra, Lurker, Broodlord, Viper composition to abduct his units into my Lurkers and Hydralisks and kill them. Hope you enjoyed this a little bit longer game of ZvZ I played, and if you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching.